Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Fabrizio Romano here as always to keep you posted on the transfer market. Today, busy day. We're always here to keep you updated. So remember to like this video, turn on the notification bell, subscribe to the channel because things are happening, the market is moving. So it's going to be madness till the end of deadline day on Tuesday. So stay tuned here till late night on Tuesday night and then obviously after that. Many things are happening today and we have to start with some. Here we go. Chelsea, again, selling players. What Chelsea are doing in terms of sales, it's impressive. Leão to Nottingham Forest, £45 million plus 5 in add-ons. Then selling also one more striker because the update of the day is regarding a striker. But before that, obviously Nicholas Jackson going to Aston Villa for £65 million package. So Jackson was not part of the plan, £65 million. Also, Leão was not part of the plan, £50 million package, and now the next is going to be Marc Guiu. The Spanish striker is leaving Chelsea, permanent transfer with a big sell-on clause included, and he goes to Red Bull Leipzig. It's a here we go, exclusive news. Out of nowhere, there was nothing expected for Marc Guiu and Leipzig. Napoli were in negotiations for him, but Napoli today, their plan on the market completely changed. They were considering also Nick Voltemade, for example, on loan from Newcastle. What happened? What happened is that Rafa Leão has changed a little bit the strategy of several clubs. Why? Because Rafa Leão was a clear target for Aston Villa and Galatasaray. Both clubs were in conversations, both clubs were in talks, so trying to sign Rafa Leão. This afternoon, Rafa Leão has made his mind up and has decided to go to Galatasaray. Deal done. Milan received 45 million euros plus add-ons sell-on clause. So Milan very happy with their business because they get rid of a player they didn't want anymore. Rafa Leão happy because he goes to Galatasaray. Ambition, Osimhen is there, big salary, the fans are fantastic, and so Rafa Leão got what he wanted. And also for Gala, a fantastic signing like Rafa Leão. But this deal that is going to be completed over the weekend, Leão tonight says goodbye to Milan fans and then travels for medical test and contract signing. Is going to be madness in Istanbul, I'm sure. After that, the consequences are several consequences. Aston Villa, left the conversations and went all in for Ibrahim Mbaye. Ibrahim Mbaye is very close to joining Aston Villa. Club-to-club agreement done, 55 million euros, and also player side negotiations underway to fix the contract and then travel for medical test and contract signing. So club-to-club done, working on the player side. Meanwhile, important to say that Ibrahim Mbaye, I know many Liverpool fans were asking me, why you are not reporting anymore on Ibrahim Mbaye at Liverpool? Because I told you, it was so many weeks ago, almost 1 month ago, I told you they had a meeting with the agent of the player, Jorge Mendes. They discussed the conditions, but with Liverpool, before getting the deal done, Liverpool were very clear that they didn't want to spend crazy money on two players from the same club, in this case, like Paris Saint-Germain. So, also bringing the price down for both players, Barcola and Mbaye, was going to be difficult. So, what I can tell you is that now Mbaye is very close to joining Villa. We still have to wait for some details on player side, could be any moment. And Rafa Leão is going to Galatasaray. But Napoli were hoping for Galatasaray to arrive for Noah Lang, and in that case, Napoli were going to go for Marc Guiu or Nick Voltemade, but this is not happening. And so, this is why the story changed. We have to talk, guys, also about midfielders. We need to talk also about midfielders on the market because several things have been happening over the recent hours and days. And on midfielders, what I can tell you is that Chelsea are showing serious interest in 22-year-old Senegal midfielder from Monaco, Lamine Camara. Chelsea are trying for Lamine Camara. At the moment, they are yet to decide if they will go all in, but the talks have started with the players' camp and with Monaco. Monaco hope to keep the player. Monaco still hope they can have the possibility to continue with Lamine Camara for this season, but they know that if Chelsea arrive with big money, it's going to be impossible. Monaco are talking with Pape Matar Sarr from Tottenham as a possible option in midfield. But at the same time, for Lamine Camara, the player is open to joining Chelsea. Even without European football, even without Champions League football, he's open to making this move. So, Lamine Camara, Chelsea is a serious possibility. Obviously, we have to see what happens with Enzo Fernandez. I know it's tons of messages, tons of stories around, tons of news about Enzo, but it's 8.1 here in Italy, where I'm based, 7.1 minutes in England, And what I can tell you is that as of now, 7 p.m., Chelsea are yet to receive any official bid from Manchester City for Enzo Fernandez. Then all parties involved, Chelsea and those close to the player, think this is a strategy from Man City, obviously. So this is probably the sense of the story, waiting for Manchester City to bid, but for sure is going to be an interesting one to follow because of the situation of Enzo. I'm sure that Manchester City remain in conversations. I'm sure that Manchester City are talking on daily basis, and I can guarantee that, with the agent of the player, so Man City remain on it. But their strategy in terms of timing is different. So as of now, they are yet to bid to Chelsea. Let's see what's going to happen. But for sure, the direct conversation is going to be the crucial moment to understand if City Enzo is going to happen or not. Lamine Camara, a name to watch for Chelsea, definitely in these final days. And then, guys, I wanted to answer someone asking me about Endrick. Someone telling me it's true that Endrick could go to Arsenal. Today there were rumors in England. Arsenal making checks on Endrick, Arsenal asking about Endrick, Arsenal in conversations for Endrick. Fake news. Arsenal are not stupid. Arsenal know that Endrick is not on the market. But not today, not yesterday. It's 2 weeks that Real Madrid decided that Endrick is not on the market. So Arsenal, who also share a very good relationship with the agents of Endrick and also with Real Madrid, the two clubs are in very good relationship, never had any sort of problem. Arsenal were never going to ask for a player who is not on the market. So zero chances. Real Madrid already communicated to the agents, to the player, that Endrick is going nowhere this summer. Mourinho wanted him to stay. Endrick wanted to stay and continue. On the football point of view, he's convinced he can do well at Real Madrid this season under Jose Mourinho, who trusts him. Also, on the private point of view, Endrick is about to become a dad in a few weeks, and so there are no changes expected. So Endrick is going nowhere. He's staying at Real Madrid. The decision shared by the club, the management, the president, and the coach, Jose Mourinho. The club that really tried, but not now, 3 weeks ago to sign Endrick was Liverpool. Liverpool has asked for Endrick as a possibility. I told you already in a video a few weeks ago, not Arsenal. Liverpool tried for Endrick, but the player was not, again, available on the market. For Arsenal, I keep telling you, they still look at the Julián Álvarez situation. They still wait for Julián Álvarez. 1 more day is passing, no breaking news, no breakthrough, no big stories, but Julián is not traveling with Atletico Madrid squad to Sevilla. Julián was not in the morning training session, but then back in the afternoon training alone. But what I can tell you is that Arsenal remain there. Arsenal keep following the story. Arsenal remain attentive to the situation of Julián Álvarez. So, for sure, it depends on the player. If Julián says yes, Arsenal are ready. Otherwise, it's still going to be impossible. On this and much more, guys, I will keep you updated in the next hours. So remember to like this video, to turn on the notification bell, subscribe to the channel, and see you soon here, as always. Ciao.